So in our previous video, we have learned how we can add an item in the recycler view list using the input provided by the user, which is typed over here in the edit text. Whatever the user types, it will be added. At the same time, the text will be also cleared from the edit text as soon as it is added to the list. You can see it is added here like this. And if you have not watched the video, then I will tag the video on the top. You can go and check, and there is the whole playlist as well for that. And now the most important part comes is that how we can store the list items that is being added by the user. As of now, we are not focusing on how to make the app look good, so we are just going with the basic view components, and we are not just beautifying it, we are just making it work. How the structure, how the system is going to work, just we are going to understand that. For now, to store the data, what we will use is we will use shared preference and not the database, because right now I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. In case if you are learning, this can be the best start, because going into database can be a little bit complicated, not that much but a little bit. So let's give it a try. The set preference is very easy because it just takes one key value, and for that key it stores the value into the location that is dedicated to the app as well in our devices. So let's see how to do that. First of all, I will hide this AVD, Android virtual device, and let's go to main activity. I will open this part, and here we will create one class file of Kotlin that is called let's call it shared preferences helper. I think this looks good. Okay, so we need an instance of shared preference. So let's say shared pref, let's name it shared pref, and here get, okay, we need one context over here, otherwise this won't work. So we will take it from the parameter. Okay, looks good. So we will take the context dot get shared preference. We need to give it a name, okay, and mode as well. So let's name it private, mode private. Something is wrong. Shared preferences dot mode. Okay, context dot, okay, we require this one, so I will import the context part, so we will have it more cleaner over here. We will name it, we need to give it a name so that the system can identify from where we need to look for it. Let's name it my to-do list app. Okay, this is not the correct way to give it a name. For now, I'm giving the name like this, just for letting you know, just for teaching you guys. But this is not the correct way. We will learn how to do it in a correct way in another video. For now, what we need to learn is how the system is gonna work. We will learn the best practice and how to do the proper way of everything in later stage. Right now we are beginners, so our object is ready. Now what we need is, first we need a method or a function where we can store data. Using that function we can store data. So let's say Okay, let's make it set string. And okay, the method is created. Now we will give it the body. We need some inputs as well, some parameters. That is, let's say, key type string, and value again type string. Because what I'm planning is whatever the data we get, we are going to store it as string. We will convert everything to the string and it will be stored with one single key value. Okay, let's see how this will work. Now we will take the shared preference dot edit dot put string. Now we will put the key. Okay, and value. Okay, so I have found the problem. Actually, here we have by mistake selected put string set instead of put string only, because string set is gonna take set of strings, okay, and which is mutable, okay, and here what we need is put string only. The error has gone because it is only taking string and we are only getting string as well, like this. Okay, so here we can put apply. So now we are done with set string. Let's go down and let's create get string. Okay, we will give it key, again string, and this is supposed to return a value, so let's give it string as well. So now we need to return a value of string. We will use shared preference object and we will say get string with key value, and it is also asking for a default value, so let's say empty string. Okay, so here we have some error. Let's see why it has some error. What it says: found nullable string, required only string, type mismatch. Okay, here we are supposed to provide a nullable string value. How can we solve this? Okay. Okay, so the problem was with the return value that we are providing. I thought we are doing mistake over here in the default value. So this looks good. What we need is we need to provide the nullable value over here, and this looks good. So now let's check out what we can do with this shared preference helper class. Let's create the instance in our main activity. Let init var shared preference helper. Looks good. Now we will provide the initialization with the context. Okay, the context is provided. Okay, so we are missing one more thing over here. that is a method to remove anything that we are storing using that particular key. So let's say public fun remove string, again with the key, and okay, shared preference dot edit dot remove with the key. Okay, that's it. It will delete the uh, value that we store, and we need to apply so that it should be executed. That's all. These three were the important methods that we need to create: set, get, and remove string. Now what we will do is, first of all, we'll check how it's gonna work. For you guys, I will just create a very small example. Let's say uh, shared preference helper dot set string. Let's give it a value called ABC. You can give it any name you want. I'm just giving it an example. Okay, now what we will do is we will store something. Let's say to do list app is amazing and useful. Okay, and this will be stored, and then we will print it in our log to check if it really works. Let's make it print the data from our button click. Okay, so that we can see how it's actually working. I will comment this out, and here let's say log log d. Okay, and I choose log d, but we can go with log e, which is log error log, you can say, is because that can be seen from far as a highlight. We will create the tag not like this. No, that's not working that way. Let's just give it the name main activity. Okay, and this is on create method, and here we will see get string, how it works. So let's say shared preference helper dot get string and ABC. Why ABC? Because here we have used ABC. That is the key to set this information, and we will get the data from here. Okay, and for now I'm not gonna delete anything. Let's just check out how it's gonna work. I will run this application. Okay, now our application is ready, and here this line of code is already executed. Why? Is because this on create method is being called when the app was opening, and the information is already stored. That's why we cannot see anything right now. It is just stored. We have not clicked this button yet to print the information that is stored here. Let's check out our logcat. And okay. Okay, now when I will click this button, let me zoom in for you guys. This floating button, this code will be executed, log.e line, okay, where we are just getting the string based upon this key, that is A, B, C. Let's do it. You will see the information right here, like an error, but it is not an error, it's just a log created by this line of code. Let's do it. See, on create, that is the main activity log that I created here with the error I told you. On create get string, okay, this is the get string that I wrote here, and here the information that we have stored, you can see it's here, which we have exactly stored over here, you can see. So I think that was all for this one video. This video is becoming very long because of the explanation, and in the next video we will see how we can store the data of the list into this shared preference method, and how to show the data fetching from our shared preference stored data and show it into the recycler view list.